Hi, we're Jason and Michelle. We run an Airbnb,
go to sporting events, and attend concerts. This is our channel, Sunshine
Spectators. We're approaching a year of running our Airbnb, and we wanted to revisit some of how what we needed to do when we started. We wanted to start the channel when we started, but we needed to do some computer upgrading. Finally got that done. Got a few episodes done. Hopefully you're enjoying our channel. But for getting started, I did a lot of looking on Facebook Marketplace for a lot of the furniture, the dressers, stuff like that. We did through Facebook Marketplace. It's always, buyer beware. Make sure you do your homework. Don't be afraid to walk away if you're somewhere and you see something that's not as advertised or if you don't like. But I think we did pretty decent with some of the dressers. I like our dressers.
Yeah, it seemed like everything really fit into place. Most of the dressers do match the rooms, and it works well.
Yeah, it took a little bit of time to research, but that's just how you got to go about it. And the twin bed also got that off of Marketplace. And I know I can just hear people screaming like, oh my God, you bought a horrible bed. No, it was, I found somebody who buys those overstock, overstock type of deals when a store's getting rid of their inventory to bring in the next, I guess, for like if it was the car business, a model year. And once again, I was a little iffy about that until I went to where I needed to meet them at. It was a warehouse, and it was all this bedding that was in brand new boxes. So then I knew right then it was a pretty good deal on that twin bed that we got.
Mm-hmm. And you just basically decide what you want, and it was a really great deal.
Some of the new stuff that we needed, we did need to buy a queen bed. That was probably the biggest buy that we had.
Mm-hmm. And it worked out well.
Yeah. We did a lot of also Walmart type of shopping. We did that for the comforters and the sheets. I believe we have what, 2 sets for every bed or 3?
We have 3 sets for every bed. But we ended up having about 21 sets of sheets so that we can make sure that we have enough and our cleaner comes in and we don't have to wait till last minute to clean everything. We want to make sure that our place is ready to go because we'll never know if we have an emergency fill in.
Yeah, and that way because that's what takes the longest in the cleaning is the comforters. I mean, when we were doing it before we had a cleaner, we were always taking them off site just because a professional laundromat can handle that bigger load of a comforter. As far as our towels and wash rags, got those at Target. Pretty good deal. I mean, I know you can definitely get them on Amazon, but for something like that, I want to actually touch and feel.
And the quality was superb.
Yeah, we're going on to a year. We haven't had any issues with our towels.
No, not at all.
And one tip, I see a lot of Airbnb hosts and what I've seen online, and people just buy white. Just don't buy white.
No, because you can never get them clean.
Yeah, never ever get those clean. Another thing that we needed to do when we started was we needed paint. And I wish I had the time to have done this job myself. We did hire someone. By far, that was the most expensive part of getting it up and running. I mean, minus the property insurance and minus the property tax. The paint, getting it up and running. When my dad was alive, and he wasn't a scooter, so he hit the walls quite a bit. So there was a little bit of a repair in the wall that needed to be done, but that was by far the most expensive upgrade that we needed to make, and it's holding up well.
Yeah, I don't see any problems at all.
And we also upgraded the security system. That was already in place. That contract was running out. I just decided just to keep it because we already had the electronic lock on the door. I didn't want the added cost of buying a new lock. I mean, I know a lot of Airbnb hosts use the Slage and code. Nothing against that. I enjoy the security company app. I can easily set up a code for a guest. Our house cleaner has a code. If somebody needs to come in, and if I needed a maintenance person to come in, I can easily add that code. And we also have upgraded cameras. And when we're not here or there's not a guest, we know there's no one coming into the house, we can use the alarm. And sorry for not telling you about the alarm being on one time.
So it just makes sure that we can watch our property at all times. in case something were to go amiss, or if somebody decides to have a party and it's strictly forbidden to have parties in our house.
Which our second guest ever, we think, had a party because one of our bedroom doors got damaged, and that was a bit of a. We got the door replaced, and luckily they did.
It was covered by the booking website.
Yeah. Well, they agreed. The guest agreed to pay, didn't they?
Right, but the booking website took care of it, and then they went after them for it.
And also with that party, they smoked in our house. So you want to discuss the ozone machine that we had to buy?
Okay, so with this ozone machine, it basically takes out all the odors and the things that people do without telling you. But we have a strictly no smoking policy, and people have to learn how to read a little bit more. And it was a little non-courteous that somebody would decide to do that in our property.
Yeah. And in addition to it does get rid of the smoke smog. The gut does it well. If somebody does a lot of cooking and you need to get rid of kind of a cooking smell in between guests, you can run that. Now you can't be in the house when that runs. I mean, it's definitely read the instructions. So for a house of our size, it's if you needed to do it every room, you run it about an hour and 90 minutes every room. So there is a bit of coming back and forth. And if you wanted to do the whole house, it takes us a day. But that is definitely an investment that was well worth it.
Mm-hmm. We also got a floor cleaner. It runs through the whole house. You can set it up. It's probably not the best and it's not the worst. We had to find something that really was like within our budget. And it does a really good job. And you can control it from outside the house too. If you have in between clients, you can basically set it up and have it ready to go.
Yes, a robot vacuum. That's one thing I always, as soon as I know a guest checks out, that's kind of if we come and check, make sure it's got some water in it. Before we do kind of a pre-mop. I mean, our house cleaner will definitely mop, but I always like just kind of running out as kind of as a pre-mop. Got that before we had a cleaner. I was figuring that would help cut down on time because it's a mop and then it vacuums, so it's a robot's doing that job while we're doing other things and turning down beds, cleaning bathrooms.
And our kitchen is very substantial.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pass-fail on the robot, and I didn't buy the cheapest one. I didn't buy the most expensive one. I probably could have paid a little bit more and gotten a little bit of a better model, but it works. And if you're going to buy one, you make sure it has what's called LiDAR technology. This will map the house, and that's something that definitely helps. We have one at our house that doesn't have that, so it doesn't map the house, and that one gets stuck a lot. But that was a really cheap one that we bought for ourselves.